It's gonna be really dark. Oh, pfft, that did nothing. It's gonna be really dark. You know, I never fix my hair before I start recording. So I'm always like, oh yeah, I look kind of crazy. Let me straighten my hair out. So we made it. But the person I'm meeting is not ready yet. Rolo is in the shadows back there. Oh, he's way, way back there. He is. You can't, yeah, in the shadows. Let me see. Nah, you still can't see him. You can kind of see his foot. But yay. Finally made it to where I was going to go. I was so tempted to just not. To just turn around. But I was so close. I came like, otherwise I would have came all this way and went through all this crap. Okay, I'll take my hat off. You can't see my face. It's just, man, my bangs are so pretty. And then I wear my hat and then it makes it all gross. And I've been like messing with my skin because I've been so stressed out. Let me turn this way. Light. Oh, I can put my hat on and turn on. Yeah, look at that light. Okay. I'll have to find like a backup hat because they might stop making these. This is like my 10th one. So just in case. Well, it's still kind of hold it up some. Yeah, so we're here, kind of, where I'm like a block away from the person's house. My whole journey is to pick up a puppy named Canth. I may be picking up a friend's dogs also on the way back to just take care of for a little while he works. But Sean's messaging me. I want to build bunk beds for the dogs in our bedroom, like the ones that are potty trained that won't, get into anything while we're sleeping. I want them to have their own like bunk beds with their own doggy beds in each one and have like each one assigned. There probably will be like one or two, like Rolo will like, this is his spot, nobody's taking it. But most of them will probably just like switch around. But if we have bunk beds, that like, as dogs get more mature and can like actually sleep, out of the crate, not have accidents, not chew on stuff, or, just play and keep us up, then they can like graduate to a bunk bed. I think. So I sent him a picture and it was a wooden frame bunk bed and he was like, that would get chewed up so fast. But I don't think so. Like, maybe a younger one would chew it up, but I mean the older ones. I just think he's cute. Wouldn't that be cute? See all the dogs sleeping in bunk beds and like put their names on it or something. But yeah, so I'm here. The breeder is doing a Halloween function, and I was actually supposed to pick up the puppy last weekend. So she even took Monday off just in case I was running late. And it turned out it just took, a couple more days. But finally here. And so I'm just, I don't want to rush her. She's doing a Halloween function for some kids and stuff. So she said it's over at 7:30. It is 7:25. And then she said she's got to drive home. So I'm just chilling at the local, I've never seen this before. Is this common? The local Dollar Tree Family Dollar. Oh, it's backwards on there. Am I crazy? But I've never seen them combined. So I went in there and I was so confused. I was so lost. I stocked up on my addiction. Where it is. I grabbed a couple of those because they were like $3 here, and the last gas station I stopped at was $5. But yeah, I had to get on the live because I'm just like sitting waiting, you know, anticipating. I hope it goes well. I probably, I'm getting text messages. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm getting invited to other stuff in LA. I've lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. What was I saying? Something about the puppy. I hope it goes well. I don't know. Guys, what was I saying? I hate my brain sometimes. Oh, look, there's chat and my phone is not even telling me. That's so weird. I have to push. I always forget. I have to push live chat. Okay. Oh, it went away. Okay, there we go. Oh, my son's on. Cheesy Gamer is my son, Louie. Say hi, Louie. Ozzy, who y'all might not have seen in a little while, the Australian Shepherd. That's Louie's dog. I'll have to remember to like showcase him. Wow, maybe Louie next weekend will take your baby. Ozzy is obsessed with Louie. Louie is his whole world. He will do anything for Louie. Like, he just gets so excited to see him, and yeah, it's so cute. Uh-oh. Louie, you can't say that. No, you can't say that. It flagged it and I have to approve it. And as your mother, I'm not approving you saying that. Right. Ah! No, I'm pushing wrong buttons. It's America. Yeah, but it's derogatory. Okay, wait. I didn't read anybody else's messages. Yeah. Hey, Amanda. I made it! Finally! My car is running amazing. I didn't even realize, you know, because I got a car from Carvana. I've had it for a few months. I keep thinking I've only had it for like 2 months. And I think the reason is because I've only been able to drive it for 2 months. But it's so smooth. It's so incredible. Like, I didn't know it could drive like this. So I guess the transmission was actually having some issues building up, or the solenoid is what actually was the main issue. You really thought I would turn around? Yes, I can't give up. Don't give up. I want to go home. I miss my dogs. Kind of worried about my chickens. Sean's great with the dogs, but the poultry... Louie is good with the poultry. My daughter, Relina, on the other hand, I think she says she's afraid of them. She doesn't like birds at all. What stories, Louie? I'm sorry, I'm trying to catch up on messages. Most of our dollar stores have been closed since the first summer with code violations. They aren't as nice as that one. This one's nice. Like, this one was kind of sketchy. Actually, they did have like some kind of water spill inside. So maybe that's why it looked kind of rough in there. And they were trying to mop it up. Like, it was like a little flood. So maybe that's why it's kind of rough. But I don't miss you. I miss my dogs. I'm sorry, Louie. Of course I miss you, silly. Louie and I were just talking about, he called me right before I did the live. He just saw, the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. So he was telling me about it. He says he's going to send me a picture of a doll. So, oh, I can't start yawning. I slept so good, you guys. I slept so good last night. And I actually hate staying in hotels. Oh, you can't find, probably wait a day or two and it'll be on the internet. And then just randomly send it to me without saying anything. And I'll get scared. Especially if it's like about to be dark. Oh, let me get situated. I've been in this car for a little while. Hee hee. Oh, I need a drink. But yeah, normally I actually don't like staying in hotels. I bring my own blanket. I hate using hotel blankets. I hate using hotel towels. I like my own specific. I get too much in my head about what could be on. Even when I watched it, I'm just like, all these people, some people are really gross out there. And then you're combining all this body. Okay, I don't want to traumatize anybody with me overthinking things and not believing the power of soap and hot water. But it's so dusty out here. It's hard to get distracted. But I always was like, oh yeah, I want to live in the desert. It's so pretty. I love the heat. And then there's thorns everywhere. Not thorns, stickers. I think that's what they call them out here, right? Stickers. Stickers everywhere. I'm totally wearing the wrong shoes. I keep getting stickers in my feet. And then, like, the dust, like, every time the wind blows, I'm, like, blowing dirt out of my nose. I'm getting, like, it in my eyes. Rolo's nose started running, and it was, like the dust was coming out. I felt so bad for him. So, yeah, now I'm just like, and it's cold. So now, oh gosh, I can't start yawning. It's only 7:30 here. I think my brain is still on home time, which will be good because when I get home, I can go to sleep. But yeah, I don't use a pillow. But if I did, I would bring my own pillow too. But yeah. But my blanket, okay, so I didn't, because of the hotel I stayed in, it was on the 13th floor. Yeah, it's 7:30 here. It's Friday, right? I yawn again. Drive me crazy. Oh, I actually have some coffee. I think I'm just jet laggy, or all of this is stress getting to me. Oh yeah, but because I was on the 13th floor and I didn't really have a suitcase or something like that, I didn't want to, this Friday, I thought so. I didn't want to try to carry a bunch of stuff up. And I was like, oh, I could take 1 or 2 trips. But I was so tired and my heart rate was kind of funny. Rollo was alerting me. And so I just grabbed a couple. I didn't even grab one of his beds, which he doesn't really use anyways. But it's there in case he wants to, because he didn't even really sleep on our bed, even if he's like invited to. So he slept on the floor just fine. And then he greeted me in the morning and like caught up and gave me some cuddles. Yeah, I live in Alabama. Like Louie, cheesy gamer, is in Alabama. But right now I'm in Los Angeles, California. Do you two know each other? Roblox vids, and cheesy gamer. Seems like y'all would. No. Whoa. Okay, I don't remember where you're at, Amanda. And why are you always up in the middle of the night? Okay, I'm gonna drink some of this coffee real quick while you answer that. Yeah, I'm drinking coffee with a straw. Oh, man. I got boba tea today. I don't think I've actually ever had boba tea. My daughter, Relina, who's, how old is she? 15, Louis? 14? 15? She drinks it. The little dark things floating in the bottom, it kind of freaked me out. Maybe it's because I'm old. Oh, heavens. I actually get insomnia a lot. Supposedly it's another symptom of my heart condition. They're chewy. It sounds so gross. I don't know. I'll have to try one, but I have to like I have to like mentally prepare, you know, to have it. As far as picking up the puppy, I don't know. I don't think I'll record in her house or anything like that as I get the puppy. But as soon as like, I get the puppy and like I get back on the road, I'll pull over and show y'all the puppy. I've shown a couple pictures on Instagram, and did a poll of his name. I'm still not sure about the name. It's slushy and watermelon flavor. I actually kind of like watermelon. 2K subs. You know, I probably am not consistent enough. I don't even know how many. Yeah, I have more than 2K subs. You're talking about me, right? I think I have like 2,600 or something. What I need is watch time hours, which I'm also horrible at. They've moved it down to 3,000 watch time hours, and I have like 800 because the watch time hours expire after a year. So, and I mostly post shorts. Oh, my name is Jewelia, by the way, if you don't know. Rollo, come say hi. Rollo, come here. Rollo, come say hi. Rollo, come here. He hasn't even done anything today, so I don't know why he's so tired. Rollo, come. You see, he appears out of the shadows. Oh, let me take this off, but I didn't know that was still on you. He went in the store with me. Rollo's my service doggy. He's mostly trained, but he still needs a little bit of work here and there. Like, this is him telling me to pet him more. Watch. It was supposed to mean that my heart rate is acting dumb. But he learned that he gets praised when he, whenever he alerts me. And so now it's turned into, if I want pets, I'll paw you. Also, it could mean my heart's acting stupid and I need to sit down. Rollo, fist. Oh, give me your fist. What are you doing? He's so nice. He's so, I hate that you can't really see him. Let me see. There we go. Kind of. He's so tired, and like we've spent most of the day in the car. Well, I stayed in the hotel until 11. Because I was not ready for the world. And and then the rest of the time we're in the car. We stopped, you know, at that place and got all those photos that I put it on Instagram, or on like my stories on Instagram, where he was like so over it. Because I've been making him sit. I haven't posted everything. I've been making him sit in front of all kinds of stuff and get pictures. So his face, like towards the end, where he's just like, "Mom, not another picture." Louie, do you know about that? Yeah, I can't wait to get home. I'm sure he's going to be excited. He's going to like charge in there like the king and be like, you know, make sure everybody knows he's still the boss. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, so she should be getting off work now. It's 7:37. So I'm just waiting to hear from her. I don't want to like sit in front of her house or anything and wait and creep out her neighbors and then call the police or something. So, oh wow, you just ignored me. You see how my kids treat me? And you wonder why I'm more excited to see my dogs than my kids. I'm just kidding. And Gabe is my brother, actually. Gabriel, he might be on the channel some. How old is Gabe, Louie? He's like, I don't know, 13, 12. He was a big surprise. 11. Wow, I was so wrong. Hey, Sean, have you seen my adventures getting broke down? I actually broke down just outside of like a really big I don't want to like get flagged on I don't know what the rules are for saying certain things on YouTube, but a very big addiction town where everybody talked like a mile a minute and told me their entire life stories and were smoking stuff and had like I was doing a live and the guy comes out of McDonald's and like straight up is like hiding against the wall smoking some of it and then slipping it back in his pocket, and I'm just like, you're not even like really trying to conceal what you're doing. Like, and it was kind of crazy because he was dressed a little nicer, like not like formal. The way he looked was like he goes on safari, not safaris, like he's like a richer guy who goes on safari tours. And oh my gosh, he talked my ear off. But that was before, like, I accidentally ran into him in Subway and he was talking to somebody else like crazy. So I was like, oh, they know each other. And I go to try to eat, and then those people left. So then he starts talking to me, and I was just like, oh, and it's not just talking. And I said this in the other video. He was asking questions. So I'd like try to eat my food, and I'd have to stop to answer his question. Later, when I saw what he was doing, and actually, I don't know if any of y'all know Chad from First 508, the Airborne channel, the Lycan Shepherd Project, and the Renaissance Bulldogs. I'm so naive. I sent him a message, and I was like, hey, what thing does people do that makes them act this way? And he was like, oh, it's probably this or this. So naive. Yeah. And so then I couldn't, because it was such a small town, nobody will work on a Subaru. I couldn't find a tow truck to tow me out of there to a dealership. Well, I tried one of the local, someone's spinning out. I tried one of the local mechanics, and I already knew, like, I was pretty sure, because I got stuck in the middle of the desert. There's also a video of that, a little bit. I knew my transmission fluid was like burnt. So I wanted them to start with the transmission fluid and see at least if I could like get to another town and then dive deeper into what's going on. I've only had this car for like, I guess it's like been 4 months. I've only been able to drive this car for 2 months because it went in the shop like for a broken AC as soon as I got it. But no, this guy, and I got a video of it, and I'm probably gonna, yeah, I got a little clip. I shared it in my stories on Instagram, but I'm probably gonna share it. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything about it, if I'm actually gonna like try to, I'll definitely give him a horrible review and probably share the video on my review. I might even use a fake account. Your browser crashed. Yeah, like I said, like it's been a crazy last couple days. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna give him a bad review. And I'm gonna share the video on YouTube of the guy. He refused to check the transmission fluid. He wanted to do, I keep forgetting what it's called, where they scan for the codes. Yeah. Oh, I'm a review queen. Like, that's what I'm saying. I might actually use a fake or another account to leave a review because I don't want him to track back to me and cause problems, because he's definitely on that stuff too. But I just don't want that kind of trauma in my life, especially from those kind of peoples, especially from Shade Tree Mechanics. But yeah, he wouldn't check the transmission fluid. He did the codes. He said, oh, it's something with your transmission. And I was like, yeah, can you check the fluid? And he said that he had to, no, they had to test drive it first. So I'm like, well, okay, I'm coming with you know, Rolo, and no one's going to mess with me with Rolo. you know, yes, the test drive was like, and I wish I had just recorded the whole thing. But, you know, I've been on test drives before. Louie, did Lena tell you any of this? Where Lena was in, my other daughter was in the other live. Louie might not. Cheesy Gamer is my son, Louie. Okay. So I'm thinking the test drive, right? Which, you know, if you're starting to have something wrong with your transmission, I don't know if you really want to drive it. They cleared the codes. They wanted to take it on a test drive. It's two. It's a main mechanic and then his minion. And so I'm like, okay, well, you're going to go right up and down the road here, right? And just see it. It's going to come back on. It's going to, you know, he can see like how fast it turns on. And then that's it. Like really short. We're not going to push the car, nothing. Now he goes on the interstate, going 65 plus, weaving through traffic. See, Rolo has something to say about that. Excuse the messy car because I've been living in it for the last week. But let me see if I get a good shot. Oh, no, let me turn my camera around. That'd be stupid. Okay. So while we're driving, he's got it in drive. And he's going from neutral to manual like this. Right? While we're driving going 65 plus, all the lights on my dash come up. And you could see, I think there's a video where the thumbnail shows the lights lit up. Yeah. And I'm just like, okay, the lights are on, you know, and I'm thinking, okay, now he's going to slow down. Yeah, on a main road, Louis, like the I'm trying to think what road, like 65 near your house, near your dad's house, I should say. I don't know if you know what 65 is, but yeah, like the big road that goes across states and stuff. But anyways, so I'm like, okay, all the lights are on. He's doing the crazy thing with the transmission, like the bridge. Trying to think. Do you know, like when you go to Bass Pro Shop? Or, let me see, where do you live? No, okay. Do you know, I don't know, Lou. I'll have to show you. I'll show you later. Look up, just Google it. You're on your computer, right? Just Google the interstate. So I thought that was crazy, him doing that with the gears, right? Y'all think that's crazy, right? Especially going 65, all the lights are on. So I'm like, before I had started recording, I'm like, hey, are you gonna slow down, or like, are we gonna pull over or something? You know, maybe there's just not a good spot here that he wants to pull over, let the car rest a little bit, and then we'll try to limp back. And he's like, no, I still have to test it. And I'm like, what else are you testing? You see what's going on. Oh, and before the lights came on, you could feel it slipping. And I pointed it out, and he said he didn't feel anything. And I'm like, you're a mechanic. Like, and he had already told me he'd been doing this for like 23 years. So you're a seasoned mechanic. You should know what you're doing. Like, you should be hypersensitive and can feel, you know, it's slipping, you know, or... yeah, so he gets down to the end of this little town. You know, the interstate cuts right through it. So he gets down to the end where the town ends. He pulls off. I'm like, okay, good. He's pulling off. He's going to pull over. He's going to let my car rest and cool off. And then he's going to turn around and, you know, we'll limp back or, you know, whatever. No, he pulls off and turns around and gets right back on and keeps going 65. And as he was pulling off is when I had pulled up my camera and started recording. And I pointed out to him, you know, the area is really rough, so it does stink out there. But I was like, I smell something burning or something melting. I can't remember verbatim exactly how I said it. But, like, I let him know, like, I smell something. Do you smell that? And he's like, oh, you smell something? And I'm like, you can tell, like, it's you know, it wasn't here before. And again, he's a mechanic, 23 years or whatever. Like, so you should know. It's like if I smell parvo with dogs, like I smell that parvo distinctive smell, I know what it smells. I know what the diagnosis is. So, yeah. So yeah, he just turned around, 60 going 65 plus, weaving through traffic. I kind of like, I'm being inconspicuous because I live in Alabama and I'm just inside of California. It's called Needles. Great name. Needles, California. It's right on the border of Arizona, California. And, you know, so I'm a little nervous, like, it drives me crazy. I wish I had been more confident and been more like, hey man, pull over, you're screwing up my car, like common sense. And I had already done, because I broke down in the desert, and I probably could have limped back that night, but I didn't want to risk it. I'd rather just wait till the morning and then try to like get my car back. And I ended up just finding a tow truck to tow me back to Needles. Oh man, I should have just spent those 3 days being stuck there limping to Las Vegas. But yeah, so by the time that we got off the interstate and back to the shop, the whole car was like shaking. The burning smell was like very potent. And the transmission, like the shifting, it was so bad. It was so hard, and it was just bad. It was just so bad. I was so upset when we got back. And then he gets out. Oh, another thing I caught on video is he's like, oh, I think you have a transmission issue. And I'm like, I've been saying this since I pulled up. There are no leaks. I did get it fixed. I did get it fixed by an actual professional, not shady mechanic. Yeah. So exactly, where you're saying it's like a pink reddish color. That's what I kept telling them, to check the transmission fluid first. And so he gets out, he tells me something, you know, that my transmission's bad. I need a new transmission. And I'm like, can you check the transmission fluid? And so then he goes and get his diagnostics computer. It's a really nice one. Like, he spent some money on it. Plugs it in, and then goes in the office, and then comes back out and shows me where 4 things are lit up, or 4 different codes. The first one I read, and it was like the brake light sensor or something. Louis, what are you saying now? Oh, it's not Louis. Oh, okay. So my son said something inappropriate and earlier, so I couldn't share that. Yeah. No, I think he knew exactly what he was doing. He was trying. I'm like 5'2", barely 100 pounds, and then I have Rolo with the service vest on. And I'm stuck. He knows I'm stuck. He knows that I'm my stupid big mouth. I said I was from Alabama, and stuck out here. He thought he assumed, and I just went along with it, that my dad was going to pay for everything. So he probably assumed I was like 23 or something. But oh my gosh, I'm getting all worked up again, and it's over with. Well, until I'm working on my review. I got my writer's pad out. I got videos and pictures. But yeah, so the first thing on the diagnostics on the machine, I forget what they're called, was something about a brake light being out or something, or being faulty. And I know my brake lights work. I know that they work. Like, like, that's not issue. And so, but I made a joke. I'm like, oh, okay, it's just a brake light. And he was like, no, read the second one. So I read the second one, and it said something in a lot of like fancy words that basically meant I needed a new transmission. So I thought that was kind of strange. The wording was kind of strange. But, and then there were 2 others, and I didn't even read those. And I went to grab my phone to take a picture of it, and he took it away. So I was like bummed out about that. And what's crazy is, okay, so that's important. That, what he showed me is important to the story. And I know Amanda's already heard the story. But, so then I'm like, okay, can we check the transmission fluid, please? Like, you know, so he finally put it up. He grabs like a piece of trash, a clear cup, bottle. And he got a funnel for it, and he went to like catch the fluid, and it spilled like all over his hand. He burned his hand, and I was like, it's karma right there. You know, some karma, because you know you're doing wrong. So yeah, and he brought it over, and it's black, and it smells burnt, and there's like little flakes in it, and I'm just like, ah, great, you know. And now I'm like, so was it this bad before he took it on this like 15-20 minute test drive, joyride, derby drive, or it, you know, was it already like that because I bought it, it's, you know, 2014, it's probably never had a transmission fluid change, it's a closed system, it's a CVT, so you know, I don't know, especially now that he did this little joyride to it. But so I'm like, okay, well, let me look online, pricing for a new transmission, derby driver. Yeah. At least it didn't crash into anything, although my bumper did get ruined by the next tow guy because he was never trained. He just started driving tow trucks, and for the last 2-3 weeks is what he said. He just figured it out. Oh, man. I'm telling you, that town is crazy. There was, I'll take it back. There are some nice people. Because I was going to change my transmission fluid myself and see if I could get to the next town away from there. I need to leave him a good review too. At AutoZone, the gentleman there was like really helpful. They didn't have the parts I needed because I have a Subaru. He gave me some advice. He told me like the good hotels to stay in and all that sort of stuff, the good places to eat. You know, he tried to help me out and all. And then the Domino's pizza over there was amazing. In fact, the Subway food was really good too that I had. That was really, really good. So it wasn't all bad. There was a little bit of good. But they were like zombies, people, like full zombies, just roaming around everywhere, smoking things in the corner. And then a couple of them were all like, let me tell you everything I've ever experienced ever for 3 hours, even though you're trying to leave and not talk to me. No, I've had some bad Subways, Lou. But yeah, so finally, I'm already like, I need to get the heck out of here. Finally, I'm like, let me see the codes again. I'm going to send it to my dad, especially since he thinks I'm young. And I'm just playing along with that. And see what my dad says about the codes. And he kept like, this is how I know, like, the owner is the one I was trying to get the codes from. He told me everything. He just kept talking and talking and talking. And then if I tried to say something, he'd cut me off, or he would just like, all of a sudden I didn't exist and I was never there. And he would just like either start talking to somebody else, or he would start doing something else. And like, not even like, I'm just gone. I know, right? I actually, I don't know if any of y'all follow the Free Wardens, or if Becky is even here. Well, she's one of my moderators. I asked her if she would be interested in putting a little video together of my whole journey. All my clips together. But anyways, oh yeah, it's just the craziness. Oh, I yawn again. I'm still kind of jet lagged. I guess jet lagged. Or maybe I'm just like worn out from this never-ending adventure. Yeah, it would be nice to see like everything, the whole story unfold together. Maybe it'll be like a fun project, like a side project for her. But yeah, so he's starting to close up shop, and I hadn't even talked about his dog and how his dog was trying to bite Rolo in the face, who is a task trained service dog. I mean, Rolo's not perfect. He's still got some stuff he needs to work on himself, but you know, you can't have it's public, right? The mechanics, you can't allow your pet dog to just freely stop my service dog from being able to work because it's biting my dog in the face, like nipping. It was a healer. She was very possessive of the office, very possessive of the owner and the employee. But it's like if I was to faint because of my heart condition and all the stress and stuff, like, and I bust my head open, who's liable? Because I couldn't have my service dog in there with me because your dog is harassing my service dog, you know. So like, who's liable there? I really don't want to bust my face open, especially with all the, you know, mechanic stuff there, and have a gnarly scar or something. But yeah, that's a whole other topic there. And his dog's fat. I usually don't like, it is a pet peeve of mine, but I don't, you know, I don't really judge people that much. But since he's a jerk and tried to con me and tried to break my car, then yeah, his dog's fat. Oh, especially for a healer, for a working breed dog. And she's insecure and has a lot of problems. But anyways, yeah, so finally, like, he's trying to close up shop. He's shutting everything down. And I'm just like, he still has my car on the lift. He never took it down. So I'm stuck. I got there at like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning and was there until like 5:30. Just trying, because he kept talking. And he's got a bunch of cars out there. There was another dude that was there twice, and he was actually really interesting, really cool, knew a lot about guns, traveling, and all, like cool guns, not stupid guns, like actually like hunting and actual like John Wick, and not the other kind of, you know, I have a small pee-pee, so I like guns. Not that kind. Like, he actually was very knowledgeable. It was really cool listening to him. I've been thinking about getting a gun because of snakes, rattlesnakes and stuff, just on our hikes. I don't think we'd ever have an issue with coyotes with my pack, because I know my dogs will will run them off. But then if there's like a rabid animal, you know, even though my dogs are vaccinated, not my animals, but dogs are vaccinated, I don't want to risk, you know. So anyhow, getting distracted. So I finally, you know, I was like, hey man, I need the codes from the car so I can send them to my dad so he can look them up. He was like, oh, I already turned the machine off. And I was like, but I need the codes. Like, and he wanted me to pay $150 for diagnostics. Well, I need the codes. Like, so I know what's going on with my car, because there was more than one thing lit up, or, you know, there's more than one code. So I want to know all the codes. And of course I didn't say it like that. I said it in a stupid, passive, you know, friendly way, jokingly, because I'm stuck in this freaking town when he's got my car hostage on the lift. He was going to leave it on the lift too, and I asked him to back it out. He was going to leave it in the garage. And I was just like, can you know, because I'm like, I have all my stuff in there. Can you bring it out of the garage? And then he was trying to convince me to sleep in the car at his shop. And I was just like, there's literally a hotel across the street, you know. So finally he showed me the codes. And, of course, they're different. So I recorded a little bit because I'm already sketched out. And I think I shared that on my stories if you saw that, where he was talking about it. And there was like a bunch of codes lit up, or there was a bunch of text, but the codes were like in two different type of code form or something is what he said. But oh gosh, my brain just died again, because I'm like, oh, it's 8 o'clock. She should be messaging me soon, so I will be getting off soon to go pick up the puppy. But yeah, I don't know what I was saying. I recorded it and I took some screenshots, and of course they weren't the same codes. There was nothing about a blinker or anything on there. There was nothing about the verbiage about changing the transmission. It actually talked about the solenoid and the clutch or something like that. So yeah, I kept my car there overnight, stayed in a hotel, came back. I paid the guy for the diagnostics because he didn't want to accept over the phone. And why did Sean paid. I don't remember why Sean. I think Sean was going to pay with his credit card so that way he could dispute it. Because we originally were like, oh, well, we're going to have this guy fix the car because I'm stuck here. But then overnight I decided, no, we got to figure something else out. And especially when I went in the morning and he was, oh, that was the other thing, is a bunch of people with, a group of people showed up with their broken down car, which I also shared on my stories because I was afraid they were going to hit my car. And he made them the priority, and they all had bandanas that were all the same color and stuff, which is so, I didn't know they still did that stuff. So I could kind of understand why I was put on the back burner. So, but when I saw that there, and I was just like right next to my car, and I was just like, you know what? I'm getting out of here. So, oh, and he left. That was the other thing. It's like, he helped them. I had some questions that he didn't answer. And then he locked up his shop and left while those people worked on their own car using his tools. So that's another thing. I was like, you know what? I need to get the heck out of here. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let me take a screenshot of that. That's cool. I really love, looks like you gotta go, but I really like old Western revolvers. Like if I'm gonna have a gun, I want it to look kind of cool. Oh, you did it. Okay, there. I took another screenshot. I got it. But yeah, I definitely need something that I can take care of a rattlesnake with before, you know, it gets to one of my doggies. Well, I like to take my puppies out on the trail too and work on off-leash stuff from an early age. So it's like imprinted from early age. So, but that puts them at risk. They're not old enough for vaccinations until around 6, or for the rabies vaccine till like 6 months. Some vets do it at 4 months. So I guess it just depends on the weather and if they're out. Maybe I'll vax at 4 months instead. But if you got to go, you know, I appreciate you stopping by and listening to my crazy story. Long story short, I finally found 2 days later, I stayed there for so long. We finally found a tow truck who would drive me to Las Vegas, where there was a dealership. Oh, is that old cowboy gun? Okay, cool. Yes, that would be so amazing. I'm going to look it up as soon as I get a chance. I don't know much about guns. But, yeah. And the guy was smoking the same stuff and asked if first he dented out my freaking car trying to get it on the lift. Which I found out later, he's only been doing this job for a few weeks and he's self-taught. And, gosh, it's so crazy. And then he asked if I mind if he smoked that stuff, the extreme stuff, not normal stuff that you hear about. Oh, Louie, you gone? Louie must have went to bed or something. It's like almost, I think it's 10 o'clock there. But, because then I can talk a little more mature. Oh no, he's still here. Dang it. She's like, Dad, can I stay up and listen to Mom talk about all the bad stuff? I told Louie, I did talk to your dad today and caught him up some of the fun drama. He's kind of blown away. But, alright. They might be asleep. I don't, there's not really much grown-up stuff. More mature. I guess there's, the way I talk about it would be more mature. But, oh yeah, so he asked if I mind if he smoked that while we drove the 2-hour drive to Las Vegas. And I was just like, no, I have a heart condition. I have a service dog. I don't want, like, I can't have anything, you know, that speeds up or slows down my heart, you know, so I can't be around. And he was like, oh, no, it's fine. I understand. I can just pull over on the way. So he pulled over twice so he can catch himself up to speed. I actually don't know what that is, but that was one of the things that my friend said it could be. Yeah, it could, he could have been using a different method. if you catch what I'm saying there. But anyways, gosh, I want to yawn again. I'm so tired. I don't feel ready to be back in my own bed, that's for sure. Yeah, so he pulled over and did that stuff, and then he told me his whole life story, his mom's whole life story, his couple of his different girlfriends' life stories, about a couple of dogs that he's had, his friends, a couple of his friends. Some of the stories were sad because, like, he was like 55, and a lot of, like, his mother's passed away, and his friends have passed away. One overdosed, and when, like, he drank too much, and so it's like liver failed, and it was like kind of sad. Oh, is James still here? He started talking about how he wants to see Bigfoot. So he was like, I might go to Iowa. I heard Bigfoot's there. And I was like, you should go check out New York. We know a guy in New York who, he's got, okay, Lou, it was nice chatting, or it's nice having you here in my live. I appreciate the support, Louie. I mean, Cheesy Gamer. I'll see you soon, maybe. Hopefully, no more breaking down. But anyways, gosh, I'm still yawning. Probably talking is making it worse. I hate yawning. I hate sneezing and I hate yawning. Especially while I'm driving. But yeah, it was crazy. It was so crazy. I am so, like, I grew up on military bases, so I'm pretty sheltered. A lot of stuff I have never experienced, and I had to find out the hard way. Well, I hadn't heard from the lady yet, so unless I looked away and I missed a notification. It's 8:12. She should be home by now. But yeah, I'll probably wrap this up too. I think, do y'all have any questions? Did I miss anything? I did get it to Las Vegas Subaru dealership. They did an amazing job. The Bo, I don't know. I think he was like the manager of the repairs and stuff, or so, I don't know, because it was like him and his team did an amazing job. He ran off the tow guy, because the tow guy was trying to convince me to go to the casinos with him, or to at least let him take me to my hotel room. And I was just like, you know. So he did, like, handle him, and it was so nice too. Like, the place, like, they had some really good coffee, and it had some snacks, and they had a lot of dog stuff. They had dog treats, which probably full of junk, but Rolo, you know, I don't even think he cared for it. I think he just ate it just because. But it was still nice. A little doggy party area and stuff, so that was pretty cool. Really cool looking aquarium. Hey, you're logging on just as I'm about to wrap up. I finally made it. My car's running. I made it. I'm just waiting to hear from the breeder if I can come pick up the puppy, because she was working or doing some kind of Halloween function with some kids and stuff. And then she said it would take her about 30 minutes to get home. So I'm just waiting to hear from her that she's gotten home so I can pick up the pup. Yeah. Yeah, I'm about to be heading home. Yeah, I'll definitely get, once we're in the daylight, get some footage of camp. I gotta think of, maybe I can like add that name to a name. I just can't get it to work in my mind. But I really like he knows his name. She's been calling him that. I really like keeping the breeders' names if I can, but I might have to modify it. It's gonna be too hard for me to say, I think. Thanks. It was pretty crazy. Man, I'll have to like do another live and like go into more detail of some of the crazy stuff. Like, did I tell y'all about what is it called? The veteran who was on stuff, and it was late. I was waiting for them. I was at Domino's. I was waiting for them to finish making my food, and I was walking Rolo in a little like grassy patch, or actually, I shouldn't say grassy. I think it was a dirt patch, for him to use the bathroom. And this guy circle around with his husky mix in the back, pulls over, and I'm like, oh great. And I had my driver door open. I mean, my passenger door open. Had both doors open. And I'm like, oh great, and he parked on the side of the passenger side, and I didn't want to walk over towards him. And I was like, Rolo, get in the car. And so I got in the driver's side, and I was like, I'll just lean in and like shut it. But then I realized like it's really far, and it'll just look weird. And he started talking to me. At first, he sounded a little normal. Some breeders' names are stupid. There are some that are just stupid that I'm just like, why? Like, I guess if you're going with a theme, but yeah, you're gonna get me caught on a tangent. I have two dogs, Valor and Freya, brother and sister. Valor is his original name, but Freya's original name was Freedom. And I was just like, I feel like it was supposed to be a 4th of July theme, but I was like, you could have thought of something that was more, not to sound sexist, I guess, but like feminine or prettier, or something that wouldn't sound so crazy, yelling come to, and so we modified it from Freedom to Freya, and I think the breeder actually didn't like the name, but we have a bunch of Viking dogs. It worked out, So, Viking named, like, themed dogs, so. Anyhow, yeah, the veteran guy, I thought he was kind of normal at first, because when he started talking to me through Apache with Sugar Cookie. I mean, that's cute for, like, yeah, I guess a litter puppy name for Christmas, but you know what I think with Sugar Cookie? I think of, gosh, there's so many stories. I'm going to be here forever, and she's probably like, she may have messaged me and I missed it. There was this man at the dealership with what was she? She was a Pomeranian Yorkie mix. She was kind of big, to be honest. Maybe I'm used to like really tiny dogs. But he held her the entire time. She had a full outfit on. Her hair was braided down the back, and she had diapers on. She was not potty trained. He told me he thinks it's disgusting to let his dog walk on the ground, and because she'll pick up stuff, and then she can't go in their bed unless she has a bath because she's picked up stuff. And I'm like, well, I can kind of get that. You know, the ground can be kind of gross in some places. You get the little paw wipes and, you know, a little wet cloth and clean their paws off, and, you know, you're good to go. No, yeah, he changed her diapers. He took her into the bathroom and put her on the baby changing table. This is what he told me, and I wanted to record him. I did record him a little bit. I was so creepy. So, anyways, these people are great. He was not on the stuff, though. Yeah. She was extremely reactive. She was very nervous, very anxious. But I think because he doesn't let her be a dog at all. And he kept coming over to where we were. I think there was one video I did share where I was giving Rolo the cookie, the dog biscuit or whatever. And Rolo was just like, what is this? And you see him in the background talking, you know, asking if my dog likes it because his does or something. Yeah, it was just more crazy adventures. It's just more of the, yeah. I don't mind, like, people who want to put clothes on their dogs and stuff. The vet did what next? Oh, I got distracted. Oh, the veteran, he seemed kind of normal at first. Kind of chatting. He told me he likes to travel and that he's like, you know, driving, you know, from state to state and stuff. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. He's got his dog with him. He's a veteran, so he probably doesn't have that much money. He's just probably living out of his car. He probably has like a little setup in there and just travels. And I'm like, that's kind of cool, you know? And then he got out and he's not wearing a shirt. His pants are way oversized and he's got them like, he's got a nice belt on, but is like trying to keep his pants up. I think he's wearing sandals. But he gets out and he's baby talking his German Shepherd Husky mix. And, you know, she jumps in the front seat and he's like, no, you got to get in I got a video of this because I was afraid. It was dark. You know, there was only one place open. And I was so ready to run inside that place with Rolo. Like, I'm pretty sure Rolo will attack somebody if they mess with me, but I'd rather just avoid that situation, you know? So if I start running, Rolo's going to run with me. And the Domino's people were super nice. Okay, yeah, catch up later and we could chat. Hopefully I'll have some camp videos out when you get up. But when he got out, yeah, he just started acting weird. He was making these weird movements and stuff. And I'm like, well, you know, trying to benefit of the doubt. Maybe it's like he was, you know, he's a veteran. Maybe he's experienced some stuff. Maybe he had some injuries, you know. Good night. And that he goes, and I did share this, I think, on my Instagram. He goes to open the back door, and he starts like he's like gets in this weird kind of hunch position. And he starts like holding the door and like shifting the door over and over, saying something about the door won't stay open, that it's really flimsy or something like that. He does that for like 20 minutes. And the whole time he's like sweet talking his dog, telling his dog to, you know, not to come out, to wait and all that sort of stuff. And I was just like, you know, this is not good. So at that point, I was a little nervous. I'm like, you know what? Let me just get out, go around, shut my passenger door, and just get back in my car. So I had Rolo come with me just in case. And as I came around the car, he got his dog out. It's been a long week. I think he actually got his dog out before I got out and went around. But then he, you know, of course he stopped me and he started talking to me, and I'm still like, you know, maybe he was having so much trouble with the door, but it looked like he was just being weird. And I did go around and shut the passenger door, and I went to come back around to go back in the driver's side, and he just kept talking to me. And, I mean, it's so weird because these people, like, have stories to tell, but and I don't know if he's, but that was before I had asked what makes people act like that. My friend told me it was a type of stuff. So I was just like, well, maybe, you know, I'm trying to benefit of the doubt. He was super nice, but most of them were. And, man, he ended up talking to me for like 3 hours. I got my pizza and stuff, and I tried to go back to my car, and he just, yeah, it was just, so then he told me, okay, so Can's owner just messaged me. She just got home. Wow, it's 8:20. Okay, or 8:24. All right, so I'm gonna wrap this up, and I'm gonna go pick up the puppy. Oh, my puppy's like conked out back there. Oh, I lost my train of thought. Oh, and then he pretty much just told me that he's on all kinds of stuff. He never told me the thing that was making him talk so fast and talk so much. But he asked if I did any of that stuff, and I was like, nope, I have a heart condition. I don't do anything like that. Like, no. And he's like, well, I told him, like, I'm tired. I'm going to, get my car and go. And he's like, well, if you're camping out here tonight, I think he thought I was homeless also. He's like, if you're camping out here tonight, do you mind if I camp next to you so I'm not alone? Nobody tries to rob me or anything. And then I was just like, oh, great. So I hung out in my car and ate my pizza that was cold now with Rolo and waited for him to go to sleep. And he just started doing that stuff right there next to me. And his poor freaking dog, his poor dog, was in the back seat just looking miserable out the window at me. I want to cry. When he brought this dog out, she's skin and bones. I want to cry thinking about it. She's like so thin. And I have like a whole, my dogs eat raw meat normally, but I brought dry food for convenience. I have a whole gallon Ziploc bag full of dry food, and I tried to give it to him to give to her, and he just would not take it. And he was like, no, she has food. She just had worms. I just treated her for worms and stuff like that. And I was just like, just take it. Like, he's like, no, we got food in the car. I'm like, well, then you just have some extra. And he would not take the food. And I was just like, I was so upset. Like, I didn't know what to do. Like, yeah, that was hard. That was really hard. Yeah, especially, I have German Shepherd Huskies. Like, oh man, she kind of like Halo. Anyhow, so that was hard. Hopefully it was just worms, and she does have food for her, and she does get better. But anyhow, I guess that's the only thing I could think of is his pride. I mean, he kept talking about how he has a bunch of money, but then he's trying to get food stamps. That's why he was there. Apparently there was a food stamp office over there. So he was going to like camp out and wait for them to open in the morning. Or maybe he was hoping that he was going to use the food stamps to help feed his dog. I don't know. It was, sorry. Crying before I like go pick up the puppy. It was, that sucked. So listen, that's on a good note. I'm, hold on. Okay. Yeah. About to go pick up the puppy. The whole purpose of this entire trip. I definitely need a better name. Wow, I can't even talk now. I definitely need a better name. That's suiting of the grand adventure that I went on across the states to get this puppy. So, yeah, let me go ahead and go. No telling how long I'll be at her house. I think she has some dog training questions and some behavioral questions. Oh yeah, I hope it's not raining too. Yeah. And I hope, like, there's no more issues on my way back home. I'm going to try to find, I want to try to enjoy my ride back home. I want to try to find, like, some kind of, like, trail that dogs are allowed on. And this puppy's fully vaccinated, 4 months old, so, rabies shots, too. So, you know, and that way he can get to know me and get to know Rolo. And Rolo can finally get out of the car and stretch his legs and enjoy some nature. So hopefully I can find one on the way home from Los Angeles, California to Central Alabama. But all right, okay, I'm gonna go. It's already 8:30. I'll post the picture as soon as I can on Instagram. All right, goodbye.